Welcome to the Anaphylactic Allergy Podcast. This is the Anaphylactic Allergy Podcast, a comprehensive source for information that could save your life.
Hi, I'm Yael, and welcome to another episode of the Anaphylactic Allergy Podcast. In this show, we're going to be focusing on the most at-risk segment of food allergy sufferers. This group would be teenagers. If you have teenagers in your house, or maybe you are one, then you know the fast-paced eat-and-run lifestyles they lead. What you might not know is that because of their highly overbooked life and fight for independence, they face increased challenges when dealing with life-threatening allergies.
So what better way to explore the issues involving teenage allergies than to talk with a real teenager? So we'd like to introduce you to Carly. She's a high school senior in Palos Verdes, California. She's been able to eat peanut products her whole life, but at age 15, that all changed.
One time my aunt had a wedding at a Thai food restaurant, and for some reason I went in, just the smell got me so sick, so my mom thought I was allergic to peanuts. I went to an allergist and I got tested for numerous things, and in fact I was. I had a mental breakdown basically for 2 weeks. I was crying every day. Is this really happening to me? Am I really this allergic to peanuts? I mean, it sucks. And there's nothing I can do about it, and so I just had to grow up and deal with it.
But there were other people who would have to deal with it also. Carly was the first student at Palos Verdes High School to have had such severe allergies, so it was a hard lesson for everyone involved.
She was so allergic that it wasn't a matter of her ingesting something. She could be in the vicinity of a peanut and she would go into a full-blown reaction.
She's someone who it just could be in the air, where somebody else, another person, could have eaten that product and would be in the room, and just them breathing puts it into the air, and then her breathing that in, she gets exposed.
When I actually have a reaction, my lips start to swell, and they'll usually swell to the point to they'll start cracking and bleeding, and my face will start peeling and everything, and then I'll get hives and I'll get all red, and then my throat will start itching really badly. And then I'll start coughing and it'll start tightening. And then the last time I had a reaction, I actually blacked out.
She had regular reactions, including where she would go to the health office. We called the paramedics a couple times.
Throughout high school, I probably had, over 30 reactions. I mean, I'd have to leave class and everybody would see me blowing up and getting really sick, and my friend or a teacher would have to give me an EpiPen, and I've had, some of my guy friends just carry me to the health office all the way across campus.
After a few very scary reactions on campus, school administrators quickly realized they had to come up with a plan to keep Carly safe.
The principal, the assistant principal, and the nurse sat down and made a plan at school for me. After probably 3 or 4 serious reactions, they set down a plan to have no peanuts and no food in my classroom whatsoever, just so I wouldn't have any problems.
We've talked to the cafeteria people, and we've told them that we don't want any peanut products here at the school of any kind. And also anybody that is supplying food products to our vending machines on campus, we make sure that there are no nuts of any kind sold in any of those machines.
We went to every one of her classrooms, talked to all the students, told them it was life-threatening, and to impress upon them how serious it was, we had them sign a statement indicating that there could be severe disciplinary matters, including suspensions if they did not, abide by what we were talking about, namely no peanuts in the classroom at all.
We make it well known this is a very serious issue, and there's no going around it. These are the rules. There's no bending of the rules. It's not fair to her to constantly get, EpiPen injections and have to leave school and miss school and go to the emergency room because of somebody else bringing food in.
Growing up, teens tend to rely more on friends than anyone, so one of the most important elements in managing teen allergies is educating their friends so that they can lend a hand in keeping their friends alive.
For me, it was kind of embarrassing to have this allergy, and so my friends would kind of go up to people for me and take their stuff and throw it away for me. People who saw me have those allergies, everybody who I had a class with was there for me. People that I wasn't even friends with looked out for me in the class, so they knew how hard it was for me, and they just wanted to try and make my life as easy as possible. So
as a teenager, it's really important for them that they can educate their friends who can be there to help them someday if they have an anaphylactic reaction, and their friend could be the one giving them the EpiPen. So it's not something they should keep to themselves or try to hide or not talk about. It's really more important that they do talk about it and make people aware.
I would like my friends to be aware of allergies in general, remember how to use an EpiPen. I don't want them to be like, oh, I forgot how to use an EpiPen.
Carly and her classmates came to discover together that accepting people's differences could be one of the most important lessons of all.
If anything, having this allergy opens you up and makes you appreciate what you have, and it can be taken away so fast. But it just sucks that it could be taken away so quickly with just a peanut,
It's not their fault that they have this, and they can't control it and make it just stop and go away. They should have a great time here at high school just like anybody else.
I'm known at school as Peanut Girl. I can take a joke with the peanut allergy. Live your life, Don't let this stop you. It's awful and it's hard to control, but it's still manageable. And you know what your boundaries are, you know what you can and can't do. I think I'll be okay.
Thanks to the dedicated staff at Palos Verdes High School, we are pleased to tell you Carly has graduated. And since conducting these interviews, she has started college, where she has her own dorm room, and she's been able to educate her dorm floor residents, classmates, new friends, and faculty on helping her manage her allergy. Thanks to Carly, Palos Verdes High School now has procedures in place to help other kids with life-threatening allergies. We hope other schools and school districts take this disability seriously and can emulate some of these same safe practices for their own students. After all kids deserve a safe, well-rounded education. Thank you for joining us today.
To check out our other podcasts, send us a comment or story idea, please go to anaphylacticallergy.com. We also highly recommend the Food Allergy and Anaphylaxis Network as a resource. You can visit them at foodallergy.org.